Healing Tuesdays. So the sacral chakra, a few pointers on the sacral chakra is that it gives us that sense of belonging. So belonging in what way? Depends for us, right? I also think of, all right, so it talks about like sexuality and creativity, but also within the sexuality, I think of the roles that we play. How I feel as a female, right? As a mom, as a grandma, as a daughter, as a sister, so on and so forth. And men, it would be for you whatever roles you play, right? So, the theme or topic this week, right, is grief and sacrifice. And I was reflecting in my own life experience with mom, as it feels in some ways like we've done a role swap, role reversal, right? She is my mom, I am the daughter. However, with some of her needs right now, I'm taking on, I'm not really parenting her, but in a sense, right? Like over the past few years, just things, if she had to go somewhere, I provided that transportation, stay with her at nighttime so that she felt safe and secure. She didn't like staying by herself. Being that person for her to vent to. That's how I'll put it. We're gonna go with it like that. If she needed something that she wasn't able to accomplish on her own, oftentimes she would lean on me for that. And it's not uncommon, is it? Our parents raise us, and then as they get older and they need help, we step in to help them, right? We're not raising them, but we're still providing some of those similar needs as a parent might for a child. And then how we feel about that, because in some ways, or oftentimes, I feel honored. It's a privilege to be able to have this closeness with my mom and to be able to help out. And then there are times in my humanness where it's frustrating. Or sometimes I don't want to do that role anymore, right? I want to be the daughter again. I need my mom, or want my mom, so to speak. I guess technically I don't need, but want. So there's sacrifice in that too, right? And then grieving. Grieving what was and how it was. So there's a mixture of feelings there. There's some ambivalence in the sense of that, in one hand, it's an honor, and the other hand, it's a loss. Mom is still here, but the role has changed, right? So for yourselves, if you're watching, or when you watch, and you reflect on your own, think of your own roles, whether you have children or you don't, or maybe it's a role with someone else. It could be, with a friend, with a significant other. What life circumstances change, where maybe those roles change. Maybe there's distance, in between, or maybe it's not physical distance in between. You might be together even more. So, like with mom right now, her being in the hospital physically, when I'm there, we're physically close, right? But now I'm sitting in her house. We're not physically close because she's not here right now. However, when she makes it back home, we're going to be spending all kinds of time together, right? Probably get on each other's last nerve. Because we do that sometimes, and that's okay. Intentions are good, right? But that humanness and those differences come about. But even in those moments when you're that close, and the roles have changed or the relationship changes, but you stick it out and you do it anyway. Because that's the sacrifice, right? When someone we care about and we love needs us because of situations beyond their control, really, at that point in time, like, a dis-ease, then we give that sacrifice. We sacrifice our time, our focus, I don't want to say well-being, but sometimes, temporarily, especially if there's any contrast in the relationship or conflict that occurs, right? Then we might be experiencing additional stressors emotionally. And even if there's not that type of contrast, we might experience some difficult emotions just watching the changes occur in the person that we care about, right? Seeing them losing their own abilities to take care of themselves the way that they used to. It's hard to see. It's hard to watch. We don't run from it, do we? So in a sense, in humanness, there's that sacrifice, right? Change of roles, change of relationship. Those are the big ones for me right now. And within myself, I notice, like, even in battle, so we all have that divine feminine and divine masculine, right? So whether you're physically male or female, the roles that you portray or the roles that you fulfill in your daily life can shift, right? So sometimes, for myself, I'm the loving, nurturing, I like hug bug and caretaker and so forth, my divine feminine. Other times, that divine masculine pops in where I feel protective and want to control the situation and make sure everybody's like safe, right? On guard, in a sense, ready to fight a battle, making sure all the basic needs are met, survival skills kicking in, divine masculine at the forefront. And then there's those times where it's like, gosh, you're trying to be both at the same time. And when it's in harmony, balance, that's a great thing. But sometimes it's a wobble, like, which one, wait, which side do I want to lean on? Which one role do I want to step into now? So all of this affects our sacral chakra, right? The flow of that energy. It's balance and harmony. Are we creating blocks? Do we feel the imbalance? Overactive, underactive? So how do we know some symptoms that we might experience? When it's balanced, we feel that creativity. We feel that harmony. We feel I think we just flow with those roles. It doesn't feel conflicting. We don't feel the contrast or resistance in it. We just go with it, and we're fine. We can have gratitude and joy, pleasure in our daily lives. Feel good about what we're doing in those moments. So again, a symptom might then be obviously the opposite, right? More some low self-worth. feeling that need to control, overprotective, over controlling of a situation, and the divine masculine kind of pops out too much. Or withdrawing altogether, isolating. Sometimes our emotions, so emotions deal with the sacral chakra as well. So having kind of that roller coaster effect in our emotions, feeling judgy, criticizing, that blame, shame, and guilt, whether it's portrayed upon ourselves or we're pointing fingers at someone else, right? We might be easily offended too. So again, like that, on guard, right? On the defense, ready to fight. And physically, we might feel some like cramping in the lower abdomen where the sacral chakra is located. So if I did not mention that, and I don't think I did, the sacral chakra is located in the lower abdomen, so below the navel and above the root chakra. Females might experience like really intense menstrual cycles, the cramping and so forth. Might have an underactive or overactive sex drive. Possibly even some like bladder infections, kidney stones. Could it be other symptoms of imbalances or blocks in our sacral chakra? Also that polar opposite, right? So sacral chakra, polar opposite would be our third eye, our intuition. So when I think of grief and sacrifice, similar to yesterday's conversation about the highest good, right? Opening ourselves up, having that intuition of a purpose greater than what we might be able to recognize in our humanness, what we might feel, those, quick emotions, those reactive emotions, to be able to have that knowing, to be able to see beyond that, to see a bigger picture when our roles change. So again, for me, that bigger picture with my mom, to be able to experience and honor this journey with her, even though it's difficult and challenging at times and heartbreaking at times, but to be a witness and a part of it, right? It's just now making me think of, I haven't thought of this before. I've been kind of stuck in the emotional part of it and the frustration and the wanting to control the outcome, fix the freaking problem, right? Quit goofing around. I'm trying to watch my words because I almost got a little not PG-13, which I don't put these videos for kids anyways, but still. Wanting to control the outcome, wanting to see her feel better, fix it. Let's get on it. Make it happen, feeling angry, not wanting to feel so helpless in the situation, but to feel some kind of power in it, which I don't have any because it's all out of my hands. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a nurse, I'm not, I don't get to control her journey. Sometimes I don't like that, just saying. But again, polar opposite, which helps to balance the energy with the sacral chakra, with the third eye, in that sense of knowing. And I know there's purpose in it. I know it's meaningful. I know she's experiencing everything she needs to experience on that higher level, Man, sucks saying that when I'm still in my lower, feeling stronger in the sacral than I am the third eye in this one here, in my humanness. Because as her daughter, right, this experience has been long enough. It's been, what, like 6 stinking weeks now? Just fix it. It's kind of blocking that energy flow. Can you feel that? Resistance to allowing it to be. Blocking my own sense of knowing in a way. Or maybe I don't know all the details of it, but the generalized sense of knowing on a higher level. See, it's funny to me because as I speak on the sacral chakra and I think of, speak on the emotions and the roles that we play and the situation that's going on and applying it to my real life, real time right now, right? I can feel that resistance and the heaviness and that urge to want to, control, and that urge. Just thinking of a conversation with the doctor I had today. Even though we're on the same page, he didn't want to hear me saying what I was saying. I got it backed out the door. Feel that lower vibrational energy right there, right? But yet, as I was saying, don't get stuck there, Robin. As I was saying, when I do that reflection on the polar opposite chakra, which helps me balance that energy, that greater sense of knowing, that intuition, that sense of peace, really, just feeling that all is as it should be, which again is not necessarily what my humanness would say or feels. Certain things happen. My humanness is not happy at all and not okay with it at all. But my highest self is perfectly fine. Has that sense of knowing and peace in the journey. Highest self, there is no sacrifice. There's a knowing that there's a sacrifice in the humanness, but not in the higher vibration, not in the spirit. In humanness, yes. And I will honor that because we are here as a human, having this human experience for a reason, right? So when I do these videos and I think even for myself and reflecting on balancing my own chakras and wanting and practicing still being more in a space of my soul, through source and not my humanness as much, I'm not going to beat myself up when I am in humanness. Because I feel like, of course I was, right? Of course I was. How are we going to walk around having a human experience and not be human? It doesn't make sense to me at all. I don't mean to be, I don't mean stay stuck in the humanness, but as having that experience, it's why I'm here. I feel like if I'm done having the human experience, then I won't be here in this human body anymore. I get to check out of it, right? So I'm still here getting my lessons and doing both. Yeah. Flowing through as a human, flowing through in spirit. Navigating the journey. Yeah. So again, for me, to help balance the energy in my sacral chakra, I do the reflection with the polar opposite of the third eye to help bring in and the flow of the higher vibrational energy. I'll also do the healing hands, right? Just lay my hands on the sacral chakra and just allow that energy to align. I also have sandalwood in my essential oil in my diffuser. For me, that's grounding and balancing for my sacral chakra, especially when my emotions are chaotic, right? Things going on, feeling the stress, emotions get intense. It's what helps ground me and not get too lost in that emotional chaos, reactive emotional chaos. And I love sandalwood. Let me know in the comments. Do you guys like sandalwood? Just curious. And what do you use it for if you do? And of course, journaling, writing, which I do every morning, and then sharing on these videos, doing a live journal. So, chakra journal, grab your chakra notebook and journal with me if you were listening, or if you do it before or after. If you are comfortable sharing, share in the comments. I think that's all for now. If you found value in this video, please give it a like and share, and of course subscribe to my channel, and I will see you tomorrow. Have a wonderful day, evening, whatever time in the world it is for you as you watch this video. So much love. Bye, guys.